Hey everyone, it's Luke Letty here, Brand Development and Marketing Director at DigiJump. And I have with me today special guest Dutch Vigar. Dutch was actually my high school coach for both soccer and swimming, and he's actually even my neighbor. So I can't get away from the guy, but I wouldn't want to. He's a great man, and just happy to have him here. And thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Luke.
Just a little brief background on Dutch. He actually was a teacher at Albany High School for over 30 years. Like I said, he coached soccer and swimming for over 40 years and is still currently the head coach for men's swimming, boys swimming, and I actually got to be the assistant coach with him this year, so that was really cool to see the other side of the pool, if you will. He was a former athlete and been involved in athletics his entire life, so really excited to get his perspective on things in the athletic world. So Dutch, just kind of diving right in. I know you're still physically active, but can you kind of just allude to kind of what your exercise routine looks like, and kind of, well, how old are you at this age?
Well, I'm 68, 68 and a half. I've always been an active person and always had it as a goal to remain healthy in mind and body.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just staying active and exercising is a part of my life. It's just like getting up and sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of my life. I run between 15 and 20 miles a week, swim between 8,000 and 9,000 yards a week. Lift twice a week and do some yoga.
Huh. Do you have time to eat?
I have time to eat.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
And on top of exercise, having a healthy lifestyle, eating well also is kind of a key.
Yeah, you have to fuel all that. That's a lot of energy. I don't even run like that. That's crazy. Wow. So what, I know you're still coaching now after 40 years. What kind of gets you motivated to see a whole new fresh set of kids and continue to coach?
Well, as I said, I like to be active. So when you're coaching, you're active. At least you should be active in my way of seeing things. I still feel I have a lot to offer young kids. And I say young kids because that's primarily the age group of kids that I've worked with most of my life. There have been occasions, at least in education, I've worked with adults. But as far as coaching goes, it's primarily been with youth. And so I feel being around youth gives you an opportunity to stay healthy at heart,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
and healthy at mind, and healthy at body. As I said, it does give me an opportunity to share with them things that I feel I still have to offer,
Mm-hmm.
to make them either a good athlete and or a good person. The other nice thing about working with youth, I find, it allows me to be in touch with what I consider, and I've shared this with you before,
Mm-hmm.
a basic human tendency, and that is, I think humans basically like playing, they like to explore, they like to have fun, and they like to be happy.
Joke around a little bit.
And they like being a loving person, being around a loving environment, things that drive people.
Mm-hmm.
And so I found through sport and coaching in particular that all of these things can be realized.
Mm. So all that kind of just coming to fruition just through coaching. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's super cool. Okay. So I guess what are the top three things, you've had a long career in coaching and athletics. What are the top three things that you've kind of learned over that entire coaching and even teaching career?
Well, I think what I've learned is that it's important to be a person of sound character and integrity. It's important to be genuine, and it's important to let the people that you're working with know you care. I don't really think that youth care so much about what you know, but what they care most about is, are you truly genuine and do you care about them as people? And yes, winning is a part of all sports, but I think that really is far down the list of things that one should have as a priority. I think it's those things that have to do with personal and character development that are most important.
Wow. So really the caring aspect and really just getting involved.
Right.
People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Exactly. I think that's true.
Okay. Awesome. So Being around athletics your entire life, what do you think you've seen change the most, just in general?
Well, I think technology probably has had the greatest impact on lots of things. And I think maybe one of the consequences or the results of technology is opportunities. There's so many more opportunities for kids to be involved in, which I think then has impacted their focus on specific things.
Mm-hmm.
And this may be somewhat of a negative or could be perceived as a negative, but in terms of what I've noticed as a change that I think goes along with technology is the ability of the athlete to focus.
Really?
Their attention to tasks, their attention to detail seems to be more limited. Again, I think that's all related to having so many opportunities and so many things to be involved in, and technology being part of that.
Okay. Do you think technology has helped change sport and for the better at all, or like what's the biggest change for technology in sport that you've seen?
Well, I don't know if I can say what the biggest is, but very definitely technology has had a tremendous impact on society. But in sports specific, it's allowed for us to, I think, more thoroughly analyze our athletes and their performance. And as a result of being able to analyze what's going on, we're able to prescribe better programs to prepare them for their endeavors, be it soccer, which I've coached, or be it swimming, or whatever sport you're talking about. Mm-hmm. I think technology has allowed for us to be more knowledgeable and to be able to use that knowledge in a more productive way.
Sure, with a fine-tooth comb, really see where their areas of improvement need to be and where they excel at.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
Okay, awesome. Well, Dutch, that's all I really have for you. I just want to thank you for the time and coming out here and checking us out. So
thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.